What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are about to have a great summer. I know some of you are basically about to be done with school pretty soon, ready to go on summer break. And what better way to start the summer off than reviewing one of the most awesome franchises I probably have ever seen in my entire life? A franchise that I didn't grow too fond of, or that I didn't grow into until just recently, because when the films came out I just didn't get them too much. But now that I'm older and I finally got a chance to see them again, I'm now going to be reviewing the original Fast and Furious movie. And yes, I'm going to be reviewing all 8 films, including Hobbs and Shaw. And after that, after I'm done reviewing all of them, I'll give you guys a ranking, and I'm going to review F9 when it comes out next month. So I'm very excited for that. So guys, let's get into The Fast and the Furious. This film was basically directed by Rob Cohen. And this movie basically stars Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. Rest in peace. Yeah, it was very sad when I heard about that. When I heard about that accident that happened when they were filming Furious 7. And this film is basically about an undercover cop played by Paul Walker, who is investigating dirty money and car hijackings in the area. And it appears that Dom, the owner of a local sandwich shop, is probably behind it. And so after basically rescuing Dom from the police after a street race, he takes him under his wing, and it's just a question to see what's going to happen after that. And I gotta say, a lot of people were pretty mixed in this movie. Like, if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, this movie only has like a 53%, so it's pretty mixed. But I gotta say, I actually really, really enjoyed this film. For one thing, I did feel that the chemistry between Paul Walker and Vin Diesel was amazing. I loved it. I loved the chemistry between them. I definitely cannot wait to see more of them in the future films, or when I watch the future films. Like, I can't wait to, because I'm watching the whole franchise right now. And I felt their chemistry was great. They were funny. You could tell that Vin Diesel really cared about him. And you could tell that Paul Walker's character, Brian, is growing more attached to him, even though he's like, yeah, I know you're probably responsible for this, but I also think that you're not that bad of a guy. Like, and it's just something that I really enjoyed about the film. Another thing I liked was the acting. I felt that everybody was acting very well in the film, like especially Michelle Rodriguez. She was great too. And fun fact about this movie was that Michelle Rodriguez and some other actress, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now, but they did not have their licenses during the making of this film, which is kind of weird because they didn't even have to drive anything, but that would later pay off in future films. And that was just something that I felt was kind of interesting. It's like, oh yeah, they didn't have a license, and they were like in their like 20s or 30s already. Kind of weird if you think about it. I also felt the racing sequences were pretty well done. I felt there was some adrenaline put into them, although you can tell there's CGI involved. But you know what? It was the first film. It was 2001, so you can tell this film is a bit dated, but I kind of like that dated aspect of it. I like how old it feels, and I definitely did enjoy it. And into my negatives, what didn't work for me was that this might be something that nobody talks about, or something that not very many people care about, but it's something that I kind of have a flaw with. I do not completely buy Paul Walker as an undercover detective or an undercover cop. I don't buy it for some reason. He doesn't look like the police type. Like, he's not like Jake Gyllenhaal from Prisoners. If you ever get a chance to watch that movie, please. Because if you see Jake Gyllenhaal as a police officer, you buy it instantly. And also, he was in End of Watch, where he also played an officer, and it was also convincing. But Paul Walker as a police officer, especially for this first movie, it wasn't convincing enough for me. And I was like, you know what? I can't really believe it. But luckily, they don't show him as an officer too much in the film. Like, he's mostly just, you could say, he's like a regular street guy. So, it's something that just bothered me. I didn't really believe too much of it. And also, I felt that the rivalry between all the street gangs wasn't too well thought out. And I also felt that it was a little bit, like, underdeveloped. But you kind of have to accept it. Like, okay, you have to have some kind of rivalry. Like, this could almost be like a Fast and Furious version of Romeo and Juliet, where, like, two families don't get along, except there is no romance involved. So Maybe not. So, oh man. But I will also say another fun fact about this film is that there were actually 1,500 cars used, I think, for the opening chase or the opening street race, or the whole film. It's one of those two things. Can't remember exactly, but I will get into that pretty soon. So guys, all in all, I really did enjoy the first Fast and Furious film. I was actually very surprised. A lot of people don't give it too much credit. A lot of people may put this film like maybe towards the middle of their list. Right now, it's definitely at the top of my list right now. But considering I've already seen 4 or 5 of these films already. So, and I'm ready to review those 2. But right now, so far, this is my favorite one, and I'm definitely gonna give the Fast and the Furious an A-. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Look forward to my next review, which will be Too Fast, Too Furious, and I'm going to be reviewing A Quiet Place Part 2 when it comes out. I'm very excited for that. And also I might review Cruella as well when that comes out too. And I also want to let you guys know again, and I'm going to keep on doing this until it happens. Right now I have a current goal set on my channel. If you guys want, you can look at my bio and you'll see that I have to reach 100 subscribers. And once I do, I will review the first horror film I've ever seen. Now, granted, it's not a film that many people are familiar with. I'm sure that you have never heard of this movie. If you have, okay, great. If you have not, well, you're about to be surprised, because this was the film that made me who I am today. So, once I reach 100 subscribers, I will get there. I'm like at 46 right now, so we can get there. All right? So, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.